Hello everyone online. I think some of the online people maybe wake up in the middle of the night, maybe. You had your lunch? Some lunch? Good. Okay, so I'm sidetracking a bit here and there, so maybe I will just read through my notes, I think, so that we can cover those points. So here, Jennifer asks, what is the source of the teachings of Tara Tantra? What is the source? So so I will read the answer. Yeah. So there are 25 over treatises on the teaching related to Tara Tantra in the collection work of Buddha. 25 different kind of treatises. So you can find in Kanjur, very much in the Gu section, so which is the collection teaching mainly focused on the Tantra. So there's about 25 different treatises are dedicated to teach about Tantra, teach about Tara. So whatever the answer that I'm trying to clarify of some of those points that we're going to discuss later, the main root text, the source of these teachings that I'm going to discuss later, is found in Cittamani Buddha's word in the Tantra called 108 Names of Tantra. 108 Names of Tara. So this is name of the text. So I don't know whether this text can find in English or not. So maybe possible. So 108 Names of Tara. In it, you can find the prostration and praises to 21 Taras. The practice of 21 Tara praises you can see in there. This is one source of this teaching, along with other Tantras called the teachings of oceans of Tara, the manifestations of teachings of Tara, and the practice of Tara, in particular dedicated to the red Tara, called the practice of Tara Kurukula, and so forth. In Tibet, there's a tantric teaching related to Tara known as a king of tantric yoga of ultimate collection on Tara, which is another source. All of this and many more are supreme teachings of Tara. Later on, elaborate commentaries relying on these teachings were composed by many great beings like Nagarjuna and other great scholars, realized being of India and Tibet. So they wrote various texts about blessings, in particular in relation to how to actualize the initiations. And there's a compositions of different sadhanas. We can even take the example of the text that we're going to use for later Tara Puja. So even these are compositions by great Tibetan masters. Then there are many other different instructional resources. So all these texts, all these different works are very profound, very subtle, and profound and subtle, very much meaning carrying the weight of the practice especially in relation to the High-Sugi Tantric aspect of practice. This is something to do with the generation and completion stages of practice, and which are regarded very sacred. And even when we uphold the practice, there's a lot of prerequisites in order to really get exposure on all the detail of the teachings. And that is not, the Buddha or the masters are, being kind of a stinginess in sharing the information. Is very much reason of the teaching is so profound, so effective, and the effectiveness of profundity of the teaching as a blessing comes to your way when you have more complete, preparation with the prerequisite. When the prerequisites are there, then even just receiving an oral transmission, not even an explanation, you gain the benefit. When the prerequisites are not there, then there are even danger. Even you read the text, read the literal text, sometimes you may even misinterpret, and the misunderstanding and misinterpretations, especially in relation to Tantra, not because of the words are so something that can cause misunderstanding. It's more about the capability of the merits, the ripening of our heart, which make us unable to digest the teaching, and the unpurified mind somehow manifests into wrong views, and this is commonly happen in relation to the most profound teachings, even in relation to emptiness, even the sutric teaching, emptiness. Emptiness, when there's no prepared, kind of ripened heart, emptiness teaching could understand wrongly. Either falling into nihilism. So therefore, Buddha emphasized that the emptiness teachings to be revealed, only to the ripened disciples, not to reveal to anybody. Again, this not being stinginess of sharing this profound wisdom, because there's a danger of unable to digest and instead, forming a wrong view. Mm-hmm. So, in relation to Tantra, even more serious than that. Mm-hmm. So, similarly to the Tara Tantra, is so profound and so one of the most blessed part. So, the preparatory readiness is so important, and beside having readiness of the heart, that which been purified of its negativities, great amount of negativities, especially those of the negativities that which carry in relation to our views. Like such as not get to accept like existence of life and rebirth, existence of existence and the power of refuge, the existence, the power of celestial beings, like another world system, like such as the celestial environment of the Buddhas and the deities. Mhm. Yeah, then mm, then great mm, the great influence, uh, 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 the worldly concern, mm, that that kind of how to say, the mind that which is too you know I would say yeah, greatly dominant by the worldly concern, then every interpretation tends to interpret very worldly way. So in relation to Tantra, then we're talking about channels, chakras, drops, then mm, especially in relation to the practice of the generation stage, where generation and the completion stage, especially the becoming a deity, utilizing clear light, on the basis of using the tools of channels and chakras and drops and unions, um, misunderstand and misinterpret and misuse. There's a great danger of misusing. Uh, all this great favorable factors become great, making unfavorable by damaging them, through the misuse, due to the misunderstanding. And this occur due to unpurified mind. Here, not talking about purify completely the defilement. The whole reason of practicing all this is to gain an antidote, to achieve an antidote to purify the defilements. But then the conceptually overwhelmed by the delusions, like such as a great deal of attachment, grasping, aversion, a great deal of ignorance, then very difficult to grasp that, such profound teachings, you see. So therefore, there are there's a stages of developing, one's potential to practice these teachings. Then in particularly, practice the teaching, upholding great deals with towards the samaya. So one of the samaya in relation to any tantra, the heart ripen with conviction and great deal of faith. So it's not easy to develop irresistible faith, to such a practice that which is so alien to our ordinary world. It is all about the world of divine. Yeah, so it is so alien. Uh, uh, to become real kind of being in the practice, like such as becoming a real of self as a deity, which is so alien to the dualistic mind that we are so into ordinariness. Mm. Uh, uh, so even in the context of practice of tantra, there's a danger of falling into nihilism. Either you uphold the divine recognition in the false view, not in real, but rather you apprehend something is not you because of not having the the preparatory ripening to actualize that, like such as matured understanding the wisdom of emptiness. Without that, we won't able to become a deity. Then, without having the matured attitude of bodhicitta, even the tantric tools are so powerful, like mantra is so powerful by its nature. Then utilizations of the channels and chakras are so powerful. But the lacking of bodhicitta, all this yoga, cannot turn into a cause of liberation. It can be another bountiful cause of samsara, because of lacking of bodhicitta, you see. And similar, due to lacking of renunciation, cannot become a cause of liberation, even a minor liberation, you see. So, so then on top of that, then need to have a certain clarity of understanding on the channels and the chakras, like that. So once you receive the initiations, once you receive the practice, then the practices has to be preserved with so much of secrecy. In Tibetan, they call it sangha. It has to be very personalized, very, very, how to say, the secrets, the practice, the way of secrecy is being free of concern of any worldly concerns. You don't practice for some kind of like a self-centered interest. You don't practice for fame. You don't practice for gain, etc. Gaining of respect, etc. So something that that has to be completely free of worldly concerns. So all the root texts as well as the commentaries that are composed by Tibetan masters, including the Tara Puja texts, carry complete resources, to able to complete the path, including of generation and completion stages, like that. So then after that, there's one point. What is the origin of Tara? Who is Tara? Not a self-existent deity, but enlightened energy. And why 21 Taras? The stories of how Tara has helped practitioners. So the answer to that, in speaking about Tara, there are two labels implied, the relative and definitive. At the definitive level, Tara is the embodiment of the activities of all Buddhas. At the relative level, she emanated in the female form, generated great compassion, accumulated merit for countless eons, and gained great enlightenment. She performed all those activities while in the female form. The story is many eons before. So from the source of the text I mentioned before, the text explained that in the universe called various light, there's a name of universe called various light, which is many eons before. During the age of Buddha called drum sound, Sangye Ngada. During that time, the Buddha's name is called drum sound. There was a princess named Geshe Dawa. In English translations, a moon of exalted wisdom. With a genuine faith and devotion, Geshe Dawa made offerings to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas during her daily sessions of meditation for hundreds of thousands of millions of years. She generated bodhicitta in this way. So not just one life, one brief ordinary life, but many eons of many repeated lifetime. And during the fortunate time, comparing to the time of the lifespan of today's human being is like many countless eons or period. In the retinue of this particular Buddha were many monks who approached Geshe Dawa and told her, due to your virtuous deeds, you now have the capacity to take a male form and benefit others more effectively. So then Geshe Dawa, she replied, many beings have gained enlightenment in the male form, but only a few in the female form. I wish always to manifest in the female form until samsara become empty. So then she remained in the palace in meditation for hundreds of thousands. Oh, no, sorry. Hundreds of thousands of millions of years. When she was Geshe Dawa, she is a princess. So here hundreds and thousands of years is very much the comparing, our time, the human lifespan. It can be hundreds and thousands of eons in that one lifetime. During this time, she achieved the samadhi, or the state of concentration called forbearance of the unborn and forbearance of unborn. There's a name of the concentration, forbearance of unborn, and another called all liberated one, the concentration all liberated one. So Geshe Dawa made a commitment by vowing, I won't eat breakfast until I establish hundreds of thousands of beings into the state of enlightenment. And she committed to the same pledge with regard to lunch and dinner. So due to her fulfillment of this promise, she literally did that. So her name was changed to Tara, because during that time, the Buddha, the Bodhisattvas, and the Sangha community to whom that she become a benefactor, she go and make dana offerings. They witnessed that she was liberating, hundreds and thousands of beings to the liberation. And due to that, in relation to her daily actions, since she's liberating so many beings, so she was named as a liberator, which is meaning Tara, the female liberator. During another period of her training, in the age called the completely victorious era, that time the Buddha Amoghasiddhi, among the 5 Buddhas, Buddha Amoghasiddhi manifested. So during that time of the fortunate era, is Amoghasiddhi is the one manifested as a Buddha then. It was in his presence that Tara committed to freeing sentient beings from the different fears, such as the 8 and the 16 type of fears. So this is where that you can understand why there's a 21 Tara. The manifestation is different type of Tara. Not only the 21 Tara that you can count within the 21 Tara we normally know, we can also count like Kurukule, one of the manifestations of red Tara in a different form. She's also Tara. Then there's another Tara in the form of protector, Pandelamo. She's also another Tara. Then like Yishe Soja, Guru Pema Sambhava's wisdom concept, So anyway, so the 8 fears, the first one is the danger of pride. So it's illustrated in the drawings. You can find lion, fear from lion. So this is talking about the fear of pride. Then danger of ignorant, from elephant. Danger of anger, the blazing fire. Danger of jealousy and a poisonous snake. Then the fifth one is violence of false view of thieves. Then number 6, danger of uh, insatisfiable greed and imprisonment. Then the number 7, danger of desire and waters. Then number 8 is the danger of doubt and demons. So these are the different 8 fears. So there's interpretive and definitive. The definitive is referring to the delusions, such as pride, ignorance, anger, etc. Then the interpretive, the fear is in relation to such as a lion, elephant, fire, etc. So then the 16 different type of fears. So Tara manifested that 16 different fears. The fears of the 5 elements, such as earth, like earthquake, flood, wind, fire, fear of space. Then number 6, fear of weapons. Then number 7, tyrannical authority, which very very familiar in today's time. And criminals, spirits, wild animals, poisonous animals, sicknesses, accidents, untimely death, poverty, prostrations and hope and prostrations of hopes and plans. So all of them are very familiar to us, isn't it? It's very everyday to day fears, obstacles that we have. So that's why the practice of Tara is so effective, because it is manifested as an antidote to really purify this dedicated these specific obstacles, unlikely than any other Buddhas. Certain deities and Buddhas, dedicated for wisdom, just for compassion, just for healing, diseases. But then when it talks about Tara, very much whatever we as a samsaric people go through, all the troubles, she manifests, as an antidote accordingly. So when you practice even one Tara, like green Tara, the rest of the other 20 Taras are her manifestation. So when you practice one, you also achieve rest of the in the entirety of the benefit of the 21 Taras. When you practice just a green Tara, you achieve the antidote for all these different fears. You see. So in accordance with the manifestations as an antidote to these different fears, she manifested into 21 different kind of Tara form. Actually more than that, as I mentioned before. There are some other aspect of Taras. Like Kurukule is to controlling in the sense that subduing others' mind, subduing those negative mind and transforming them into a positive path. Then Pandalamo, she manifests as an attendant to Buddhas and the deities in the form of protector, especially when we are training on the path. Practicing protector, can be very effective, because it's nearer the connection is closer in relation to its manifestation as a protector in our practice. So then for 49 eons, she remained in a samadhi called conquering the Maras. It is said that during this time, she led countless sentient beings to that state of meditative concentration, hundreds of thousands of them in every session of her meditation. Due to all this enlightened activity, Tara became known under different names such as Sweep One, Heroine, and so on. So there are many, many different names. So in another eon called Unimpeded, a Buddha called Bimalaprabha, Buddha of stainless light, gave initiation to Tara. So he initiation to Tara. First, he manifested in the form of light representing the compassions of all Buddhas and granted her the initiations of light of compassion. Tara's form, so then after the initiation, Tara's form then transformed into Avalokiteshvara. So Tara is also one entity with the Chenrezig. So when you practice Tara, just like practicing Chenrezig or compassionate Buddha, it will help us to develop compassion faster. Next, the Buddha gave an empowerment of omniscient wisdom of all the Buddhas manifested as a second light, called the initiations of great light of exalted wisdom. Then after that, the two lights of compassion and wisdom join in union and transform into Tara, who then dissolve into the heart of Avalokiteshvara. Finally, from the heart of Avalokiteshvara emerged Tara. Then Tara manifested many forms to perform activities for the welfare of sentient beings. She protected them from the 8 and the 16 fears by taking the form of the 21 Taras. For those who needed to extend their lifespan, she manifested as a white Tara, an example. So within 21 Tara, there's a white Tara. Who do not want to overcome life obstacle, isn't it? Obstacle for life. Nobody want to die, isn't it? So when you practice Tara, not only prolong the life, but make the life most meaningful. Whatever lifespan we achieve, we will be, stay connected to the virtues, compassion, wisdom, beneficial wisdom, and be in the service of sentient being. The life becomes so meaningful. You see. So as I mentioned this morning, how crucial and how important for us to recognize our pre-existing Tara within ourselves. When you recognize that, then when you uphold its value in the conduct of your body, speech, and mind in day-to-day your life becomes safer. Your life becomes virtuous. Your life naturally becomes like relics. Whoever talk to you, see you, think of you, be with you, you can influence them in a beneficial way. The others will get blessings, healings from you. You see, so it is not something that you need to even receive from front generation from outside. We already have Tara within us, isn't it? So you just need to uphold. Simply meaning first you recognize, acknowledge that your true being is the Tara being. Your true being is the Tara being. And then, whenever, let's say, you present your body, speech, and mind, your life to the world, you will remember to carry a beneficial, intention, beneficial attitude. Since you are Tara, how Tara would get started the day, isn't it? How Tara would prepare for your work. How Tara would, if you have children, then how Tara would prepare to be in the service of your children. How Tara would present as a wife to the husband, as a husband to the wife, as a children to the parent, as a parent to the children, as a brother to sister, as a community member, as a member of the world community. And when you meet animals, when you encounter ants or dogs, cats, how Tara would relate to them. I think Tara is also generous, isn't it? See, so Tara will relate to them with so much of compassion, so much of gentleness, so much of auspiciousness, so much of kindness, and Tara will never lose patience. one of very necessary quality we need. And Tara will be very understanding, very forgiving, and always, have a heart filled with positivities, heart filled with loving kindness. And most of all, Tara's wisdom will recognize who Tara is, the pure being, and you start to recognize wholeness of who you are. What we know about ourselves now is we only know just a tiny fraction, not even a dot. And that knowledge also, we know only the bad part, only the impure part, negative side, isn't it? Let's say, from morning to up to now, the one thing that we are more aware is the negative side. We hardly aware of that complete positiveness. You see, so the moment you know your true your true being, the Tara, then very much the divine recognition. So then one will never hurt anybody, and and the first thing, one will never hurt yourself. You see, and one will genuinely protect ourselves. One will protect in the right way. Up to now, we're protecting ourselves in a very wrong way. We follow the instructions of ignorance, and the like the ego is the thing that, as if that we are protecting ourselves. Is very much how the ignorant, egoistic way of taking care of ourselves. See, the ego pride, one of very destructive emotion, isn't it? Ego is one of the most hurtful, most destructive, negative emotion. But if we let go ego, we think that we let go our identity. It sounds like, without ego, how to survive? If you have no ego about, the self-centered me, as if like I have no value. So that's completely mistaken way of taking care of ourselves. See, so if the Tara's way of taking care of ourselves is with so much of humility. So much of humility. That humility comes with the clarity of knowing exactly who you are, that pure being. No need to pretend to be the hero. You are ultimate hero, ultimate heroine, isn't it? So then we have a mistaken way of taking care of, you know, the, what do you call it, with the attitude of anger, as if we try to, as if that expressions of being very strong, when we get angry, and we feel powerful. Many people think anger is power, but anger is actually is the weakest emotion, isn't it? It's so weak that it hurts you. It hurts you in immediate level. The first person that which really destroys or hurts is yourself. But in the eyes of ignorance, in the eyes of anger, and this is the way how you take care of yourself. Then can you imagine the way of taking care of good, ourselves with the heart attachment, desirous attachment. You see, when the desirous attachment comes in our way, as if like you are gathering all the happiness for yourself, but actually it's destroying yourself, isn't it? So, but then when we have the knowledge of ourselves as a Tara and the way of taking good care of ourselves, then it's a complete free of attachment, complete free of aversion. It's a genuine, pure love, pure compassion, like that. Yeah. So then for the weak who needed more power and strength, she manifests as a red Tara, like Kurukule in particularly. For those who were weak in the wisdom, but who wanted to generate and develop it, she was Saraswati. The Saraswati is a common deity to Buddhist and Hindu. She's one of the manifestation of Tara. For those unable to subdue others by peaceful means, she manifested in the rawful form called Sri Devi, Pandalamo, pacifying beings through rawful means. All those activities were performed by Venerable Tara to benefit sentient beings. The text goes on to speak about the pure land called Potala, found in the southern direction, where Avalokiteshvara resides in the upper part and Tara in the lower part. So they are neighbors. So their activities pervade all of existence, the whole of space. So this is the specific characteristic of Aryatara. She is the embodiment of all enlightened activities of all Buddhas of 3 times. Her practice has been performed by many great masters in India, in Tibet, including both ancient and new traditions of Tibetan Buddhist lineage. So this is very much the origin of Tara and Tara Tantra. Yeah, the origin of Tara. Yeah, because this one is origin of Tara. And another legend is, as I mentioned before, how she was born out of the tear of Chenrezig. Now, origin of the Cittamani Tara, Cittamani Tara Tantra. So what is the origin of the Cittamani Tara Tantra? The answer, it is from the great accomplished master whose full name was to pay Wangchu. To pay Wangchu, Chapta Tapuwa Chembo, Kelsang, Kasa Gargi Wangchu, Kasa Gargi Wangbo. It's called the Tapu Dorje Chang, so commonly known as a Tapu Dorje Chang. So from the immediate lineage of many of the sadhanas that we are using, I think including the Tara Puja text, this came from the Tapu Dorje Chang. So the Tapu Dorje Chang, he received those instructions from Tara herself and then wrote them down and entitled them Cittamani Tara. Cittamani Tara practice, yeah. The text says that the instruction on the two stages, the generation and completion stages, were without exception granted by Tara herself, just like the mother who gave her knowledge and advice to her son. The text goes on to say that at first, people didn't have access to elaborate and specific teaching in relation to Tara. Then many disciples heard about the profundity of the Tara teachings, and they requested the root guru, Tapu Dorje Chang, to give those profound teachings of the Tara. For this purpose, this Lama supplicated Tara herself and received direct vision, wherein she gave him the instructions. Then he could give the teachings based on her words, and in this way, it became possible to maintain this tradition. Later on, the commentary was supplemented by Lama Tsongkhapa, by Lama Tsongkhapa in his teachings. In particularly, there's one particular teaching from Lama Tsongkhapa in relation to Tara is called the ear whispered instruction, which also focus on this particular practice of the Cittamani Tara. So the Dharma teaching should be traceable to the enlightened one's word, just as the source of the water stream is traceable to the snow mountain. So this is the example given in Tibet. But I think all the water sources doesn't go to snow mountain, isn't it? Maybe in Tibet, maybe. So this particular teaching is rooted in Tara herself. So not anyhow ordinary human being, created these practices. So she gave all the details, in particularly the 4 branches of approximation and accomplishment, the stages of the generation and completion, which are the highlight of the Haisukhi Tantric or the Cittamani Tara practice. Yeah, so these teachings were given directly. Yeah. Okay, maybe I think need to stop here. So after that, some of the prerequisites, more detail, about 3 principal aspects of path. Maybe we can discuss that tomorrow. Because after this, maybe we can use the Tara Puja text and try to perform the puja together, so that you can also next time can perform at your home by yourself. It's understood very, very effective. And especially if you do by yourself, it is a meditational guide. So you can slowly, follow the text and also arrange extensive offering. You can also later can take pictures from the altar that you can, if you like to arrange in this way. Or otherwise just arrange as many flowers you can, many foods, or just many water bowls, or just, whenever you go and get grocery shopping, once your fridge is full, you offer everything, not necessarily even you need to display like that, and even, before you eat and drink all those, fresh prepare foods and drinks, you can also offer this to Tara as a sock offering. While you make those offerings, you can also, combine the practice of seven limb practices. So there's so many ways, And those of you who have a garden or you don't even need to pluck the flowers. Whatever flowers that you have on the garden, you offer to Tara. If you don't have a garden, if you don't have altar, then you just roam in the botanical garden. Then all those you can also make offerings. So there's no boundary. Yeah, there's no in one way. There's no limitations. Of course, if you want to get into those completion stage of practice, there are a lot of technical things also you need to learn, and those preparatories prerequisites are beneficial to practice and to have. But otherwise, to practice Tara is for everybody. Anybody can practice. Okay. Now, you have any questions? Yeah. Anything that I confuse you? I'm here to make more confused. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So within the 21 Tara itself, there's a one Tara, not fully lawful, but semi-lawful, when you recite the 21 Tara process. And that particular section of one verse, you can you can kind of re-emphasize. It is visualizations of that figure, and also try to visualize. It is a special characteristic of that particular Tara that coming out from the front generation. And also, if you want to be in that self-generated Tara, if you have initiation, you particularly, you generate that Tara. If you don't have initiation yet, then you do the absorption of that Tara into you, and you kind of adorn the different characteristic of that particular Tara onto you. Not necessarily have to carry all the stops, but through visualization and the look that you have, it's the same look. No need to kind of like show the ruffleness, but same look, yeah. But you carry the divine, divine pride or divine recognitions of that you are in that ruffle aspect or the semi-ruffle aspect. With that conviction, then you present yourself to benefit sentient beings. And this particular, your usual look is understood as a skillful means of that Tara, so that you can communicate easier to pacify whatever obstacle that out there. And also, you can repeat that particular verse. You can even memorize and you can chant as many number as you can, and that also will consecrate you. So you can do like that, similar to each of the different Tara praises to different Taras, like such as for the long life, then that particular verse that you can recite. And also each of the 21 Tara has their own mantras also. So you can also learn them. You can practice that. You can also invite, it is statues, it is paintings, or you can draw them. It's more like in every way try to make yourself connected to her, so something like that. And then make offerings. Yeah. Okay. Yes, please.
First one is, you had mentioned that the Tara that subdued is called Sridevi. I just wanted to clarify from you in the Sridevi is also the name for Lakshmi.
Yeah. Same. Same.
Second question is when you type the 21 Tara.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is if you would like me to be maybe more rapid English translation where I can study maybe more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just feels very sometimes like you're just reciting it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. Sure. Yeah, there are, I mean, in Tibetan, you can find many commentaries. Yeah, there's, I don't know, maybe it's online you can find. I think there should be many commentaries by many different masters from different traditions on 21 Tara presses. You can read them. The one that I know is the late Kopan Abbot Lama Lundup. So he have taught quite extensive commentary on 21 Tara presses in one of the center in Singapore, APMT center. Then also Geshe Lama Konjo also taught the commentary on 21 Tara presses. So word by word, there's explanation, more elaborate explanation. I'm sure the other masters have definitely have taught also. I haven't seen, but I'm sure should because this originated from there.
So important to find the right source.
Yes. Yeah. I think you can I think try to find through the APMD the Dharma materials. The APMD Dharma materials are well polished, well, how to say, checked. So that, under the guidance of Lama Suba Rinpoche, they've been all organized very carefully. And Rinpoche, I think most of the texts, especially these pujas, all those texts, Rinpoche himself personally, most of them he did his checkings. And Rinpoche is very, very, very particular. He will always refer to the origin, the Sanskrit, and he will check with his, other masters. So I can confidently say that maybe you can get through these sources. Yeah. Sure.
Christina, if you want to unmute.
Oh, me? Me? Oh, may I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rinpoche. Would you please recommend some preliminary practices by which we may purify ourselves to do a better job of tantric practice with Tara? I mean, you mentioned many things, offering our food, offering everything we do to her, but are there any specific things you might recommend? Because I feel very impure. Thank you.
Thank you. So generally, based on the based on the sutras and the lineage masters, emphasized for us to perform ngondo practices, which is called the preliminary practices, at least 4 major ngondo. So accumulations of 100,000 minimum, refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Then the second one is to, first one we understood as plant the seed to enlightenment, then perform the ngondo of refuge. Then second one is, in order to grow the seed, you need to clear the obstacle. Then perform the ngondo of Vajrasattva, 100,000. Then steadily progress of the seed, you also need all the conducive environments, the conditional causes, which are the merits. For that, then asked to perform 100,000 mandala offering practice. Then, in order to simply accomplish the blessings of the deity, like such as Tara, then practice Guru Yoga, 100,000 Guru Yoga. So if you are following the lineage of Lama Tsongkhapa, then you can perform 100,000 Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga, reciting the Mingmet Seve, the 4-line or 5-line, 100,000 times. If you're following Nyingma, Kagyu, Sajya, then each one also has, like such as a Guru Rinpoche, Guru Yoga, etc. So these are called the uncommon preparatory practice for us to accomplish simply the practice of Tantra, in particular High Sukhi Tantra, like a Cittamani Tara. And before that, the common preliminary practice are the Lamrim, especially the 3 principal aspects of the path. So if we say Lamrim, that's really cover the all detailed subjects, like, including of the practice on Guru Yoga, the Guru devotion. Because in order for us to achieve all the tools of the practice of Cittamani Tara, we need to get initiation. So in order to receive the initiation, first you need to have the connection to qualified Guru. But in order to find the qualified Guru, there are characteristics that ourselves as a student to be ripened, characteristics that we need to equip for ourselves to ripen, to be ready to find a Guru. Then there's a way also how to find a Guru. It says when you find a Guru, it cannot be like a dog meeting a fresh meat. So you need to carefully check the qualities of the Guru. And the best way to do that is, to receive lectures and to spend time in many different ways, like such as, doing common retreat together or pilgrimages, attending, teaching events, and never to rush, good to take some time. So firstly, that ourselves need to ripen our own quality, which the Arya Deva, the great master, emphasized in the 400 stanza, the verses of his teaching. It says we need to have the quality of non-partisan and intelligent and being diligent. So non-partisan means that you really understand the flow of samsara, the purpose of want to have the Guru, purpose of really want to be on the path is nothing other than enlightenment. Very clear purpose. Then basic wisdom of what is virtue, what is non-virtue. Then also having the understanding that I need to do the homework, not by the guru, to progress my path. So you receive the instruction, you receive the teaching, the practice, and you know that I need to work hard. So then after that, then now I'm ripened. Now I need a guru to whom that I can commit. So then the Maitreya's Mayanic Sutra mentioned 10 qualities. If not, at least it's a look for 3 qualities. Subdued, pacified, thoroughly pacified. So someone is high moral, ethical standard. And that you can observe through the conduct of their body, speech, and mind in their day-to-day life, in day-to-day their ordinary life. Another way of observing is how much moral precepts that they uphold in practice, like such as refuge precepts, 5 labor precepts, individual liberation precepts, Bodhisattva precepts, Tantric precepts. So the more the precept that the teacher holds is better, but not just claim, but who live in the practice. So that's called subdued. And the second one is pacified, means someone who not necessarily, best is someone who already enlightened or liberated, or Arya Bodhisattva. If not, at least someone who know how to control their emotion. It doesn't mean that they completely purify anger, attachment, but they at least, whenever an anger attachment comes, they know how to control their mind. So you can obviously see when the teacher get more easy upset than yourself, then it's obviously cannot. Teacher cannot handle their emotion. Whenever the attachment arises, anger arises, jealousy arises. There's teacher is somebody who has to be absolutely living in the practice of patience, humility, gentleness, kindness, compassion, genuine love. And then someone is so selfless. The third one, thoroughly pacified, means best realize emptiness, or Buddha, if not realize emptiness. If not, at least someone that who don't have excessive self-centered grasping, and that very much manifesting the teacher dedicating their life for the well-being of the student. So minimum 3. Yeah.
I don't know how you want to handle this. There are 3 online questions.
Okay. So I will do quick one, not
Okay.
long-winded. I will answer quick. Let's see.
So
And I manage for that.
the first one from Anonymous, can you show us the mudras?
Mudras of what?
I guess the Tara practice.
Mudra. Okay, Tara mudra. Okay, quick one. So any mudra, whether it's Tara or any mudra, always, but the mudras are very much, there are many mudras, but the major is offering mudras, which usually you need to utilize the offering goddesses. So the offering goddesses you need to manifest from your heart. So to meaning that, then you snap out from the heart like this. So snap out. That means you manifest offering goddesses. Then after that, then we call the lotus mudra, which we do like this. It's very much like one time. I also don't know how to say it, but like this. It's called lotus mudra. Then after that, then actual offering. So start with argam, badam, pibe, dvibe, alongikende, nyude, shabda. water for drinking, water for washing feet, then flowers and lights and incense, etc. Yeah. So the first one is the water for drinking, argam, water for drinking. So argam, so after you do this, then argam is like that. Argam. You see, so it's kind of like holding a water and feet like this, argam. And you need to conclude the offering by inviting the offering goddesses back to your heart, in order for them to carry the second offering. So after argam, then snap towards back to your heart. Then now do the second one like this, padam. So this washing feet. So it's like kind of you hold the feet like this, then pour the water on top and like wash. So padam, then again hook back the offering goddesses, and now is flower out like this. So flower is a flower blooming, blossom. Then now the incense. Like this. So it's very much, when you burn incense, the smoke form like that. So it's very much gesture like that, incense. Then the candle. So this is the what you call the wick. Like that. Then after that is the perfume. Gende. Perfume. So it's kind of you touch the perfume, then apply like that, Gende. Then food. So food in the Tibetans, they do, like after you serve the food, they say, please have it. Please have the tukpa, like that, So you do a little bit of like that. Please have the momo. Like that. So then after the music is a drum. So like this. So you do like that. Like this. So you can do this while holding Vajra and bell. There are little adjustment, but very much the same. So usually with the mantra, Omo ayadare sabare ware aragam tade so Omo ayadare sabare ware padem tade so Omo ayadare sabare ware ube tade so Omo ayadare sabare ware ube tade so Omo ayadare sabare ware alonge tade so Omo ayadare sabare ware kende tade so Omo ayadare sabare ware new de tade so Omo ayadare sabare ware shabda tade so. So usually if you hold the bell and vajra, so then you hold the vajra like that, then bell you ring like this, So then there's also in the Tara Puja, there's an inner offering. So the inner offering you do with ring finger of the left hand. So the inner offering usually put on the table, then you're holding, right hand holding vajra, left hand holding bell, like this. Om ayatare sabare ware omo ahum. So you don't do like that. So you you just touch the container or dip the ring finger, the tip into the nectar, then you offer around the forehead. Almost our, and also not like that. You do the gesture of always called pekor is like, I think the Dakinis, they have this, their own kind of flexibility, make it elegant because it's offering. So almost our like that.
And
Yeah.
Geshe-la, a quick follow-up question
Mm.
is, do you need the initiation, the high yoga tantra initiation, to do the mudras or use the
No
vajra and
need.
bell from
So
your
yeah,
perspective?
to use the mudra, to use the vajra bell, no need initiation. It's okay. To recite the mantra and even all the puja, except the self-generation, that's the only section that you don't have to do, but you can do other way as mentioned. You just visualize Tara in the front as a merit field, then you do all the practice the same. So there's only one section.
Thank you. And I think I saw Andreas next who had a question.
Yeah, hi, hey Geshe-la, thank you very much for taking the time and teaching us.
Thank you.
I just got a very quick question. If you have a Cittamani Tara initiation or a Green Tara initiation, and then let's say you practice White Tara, are you allowed to self-generate yourself as White Tara then, or would you need a separate initiation for that?
Once you have Cittamani Tara, you can self-generate when you practice White Tara. So not only that, if you have any of the high Sukhi tantric initiation, let's say Heruka, Kuya Samaja, Yamentaga, Vajakilaya, including of the great Cheresik Gyawajatso, etc., Kalachakra, then when you practice other deities from the Kriya Tantra, Action Tantra, you can self-generate them. And best is, if you have the blessing initiations of the rest of the other deities also, that would be even bonus. Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then Scarlett.
Hello, Geshe-la.
Hello.
Hello. Can you please clarify something that's been on my mind and I've been waiting for someone like yourself to ask? So, I've heard that, like, I don't know if it's in the ultimate sense of what the reference was, but Tara is not real. Like, Tara knows she's not real. So, and then also when we are practicing, like, if I'm doing the Cittamani Tara puja, like there are times where I'm sort of like advised, well, you can ask for things. And I think you've mentioned that also, like that people in the past have asked for things from Tara. But then, so when I'm practicing, I don't know what to do. Am I asking? Because yes, there's things that are not pleasant in my life at the moment, but then, I hear Tara is not real. So I'm really confused. Can you just clarify this, please?
Okay. Tara is really real. First, I think Tara is the maybe maybe the only the very real one. We are not real. Okay, so Tara is real. So I think maybe the word that you heard, that Tara is not real, maybe is from the point of view of in relation to the training on the emptiness view. Tara do not exist the way how it appears to you. We do not exist the way how it appears to us. But we are also real. Yeah, Tara also real. So Tara is really real. And Tara will never get offended. You can ask anything. We can ask anything. Even if we ask something that which is, maybe not really altruistic, fine. For Tara is so compassionate, absolutely skillful and be there, and one or another way, she will bless us. The moment you start to ask anything to Tara, that is a make connection to Tara. No question about you ask something about spiritual benefits, about the benefit of sentient being, surely amazing. But even you ask something worldly thing, just calling her name for anything, we make connection with her. And that is the quality of enlightened being. We worldly people, ordinary people, we need to ask, we need to correct our language, how to present, how to talk. For Tara, no need. Even we ask rubbish also, Tara will some way, one or another way, try to bless us. Yeah. I say even in our worldly life, if there's any challenges going on, should ask help from Tara. Even in the monasteries do that. Even in the great masters will do that. And together you ask ultimately why I want to solve the worldly problem is because I want to have a conducive life for me to purify the samsara by practicing the Dharma. And ultimately, want to enlighten for the benefit of sentient being, and that will make even the purpose that you're asking, even for the worldly purpose, become very meaningful, I would say. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
That
you.
really makes sense. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Okay. What we like to do? Yeah, I think we should, maybe we do the Tara Puja because we don't know whether we will get together tomorrow or not. We hear there's some storm coming, isn't it? Then maybe tomorrow, maybe we can do. We try to do more question answers. I will talk less. We have more question answers. Is that okay? Yeah. And also, some of you, if you rush to go back home, you can leave anytime also. If you have time, good to join. And also, if there's a text that you can go through it. So next time you can use that at home. And also, I have a small present for all of you, because in case tomorrow, if we don't meet again, this is this mantra, the 4 Dharmakaya relics mantra, is compiled by Kyabje Lama Sopa Rinpoche for the benefit of us. This one you can put on top of your door, especially the main door. Can be from inside, from outside. So the benefit it mentioned, just by going in and out, just passing under this mantra purifies eons of negative karma. Sweet path. So, and also people or anything, even ourselves happen to be in certain kind of environment that which is could be disturbing. So when you come at home, it kind of cleanses, it kind of purifies, and you refresh yourself with your pure energy like that. And also anybody visiting you also benefits them, especially the animals. If you have pets, go in and out. And this was printed by one of my friend in Australia called Tony. So he helped to print. I request him to print for me to share with you all. And also, I have one sticker of Tara. This one I got from the Malaysia Center, Los Angeles Center. So this one you can stick on the car, or you can stick on the window. So yeah, then also I have one blessing string. So this blessing string, especially blessed by one of my older auntie. She did many retreats. Oh, here. She did many retreats. She especially did many nyungne, 2,000 over sets of nyungne, 11 years of Vajrayogini practice in the cave. So Vajrayogini, there's 11 yoga. So she dedicated one whole year for one yoga in the isolated cave. And she have done all the ngondo, the preliminary, from Nyingma, Kagyu, Sajya, Geluk, 12 over all the ngondos. So she's now 80 something. So usually I request her to bless, and so I can share with you all. And this one is to tie here, so it's not a long one. So you can put in your bag. So yeah, those who are staying for the puja, maybe after puja I will distribute. But those of you who need to leave earlier, before you leave, you come here. Okay? Thank you. I can use this one. I can use this one. Thank you.
And then the inner offering.
Okay.
Do you want $1?
If you have,
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
And then this is the inner offering.
Sure.
From Geshe Lam Punch.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. I think okay. Okay. Yeah, we can dedicate this Tara Puja for America. Yes, and especially I think there's a lot of storm happening. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so not to have too much distractions of the storm. Yeah. Please. Oh, yeah, to just thank you so much. Yeah, and also dedicate for your family members, especially if anybody going through certain troubles, you can dedicate for them. And especially because you are performing Tara Puja by yourself, it can be so helpful for your family members.
Try to not too quickly, not too quickly. It's okay, Geshe Lam? Okay, so we're using the booklet for those here, the paper booklet or the prayer or the silver prayer book, page 139. And then I don't know if Spirit is here. Oh, perfect. To mute the speaker here. So Silver Prayer Book, page 139, or the booklet you have. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need to mute it. Perfect. Better? Okay. Okay. All right. So we can just take a moment to ground ourselves again, allowing ourselves, as Geshe shared, to be in the present moment, allowing ourselves to calm the mind, and invoking the blessings of Tara, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. As we do this practice together and rejoicing that we're able to do it together as a community, thereby strengthening each other's practice. And we will begin by taking refuge. And we'll recite this 3 times. I and all sentient beings as vast as space from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment. Go for refuge to the glorious pure law. Go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones. Go for refuge to the pure Dharma. Go for refuge to the superior Sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment. Go for refuge to the glorious pure lamas. Go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones. Go for refuge to the pure Dharma. Go for refuge to the superior Sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment. Go for refuge to the glorious pure lamas. Go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones. Go for refuge to the pure Dharma. Go for refuge to the superior Sangha. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. In particular, in order to benefit all my mother sentient beings quickly and more quickly, I must achieve the precious state of perfect and complete Buddha. Therefore, I'm going to undertake the yoga of Venerable Arya Tara. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from desire for friends and hatred for enemies. And then if you've had the initiation, in one instant you rise as the Venerable Arya Tara. And if not, we can visualize Tara in the space in front of us or above the crown of our heads, blessing us with pure enlightened energy, purifying our minds, removing all obstacles. Dajamita Kundali Hana Hana Hom Teno Subhava Shuddha Sawadama Subhava Shuddha Hom. Everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, from Ah a transcendental wisdom skull cup, vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om 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 Vajramrita Kundali Hana Hana Sobhava Shuddha Sawadama Sobhava Shuddha. Everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from calm skull-cup vessels appear. Inside these, from whom appear the offering substances, whose nature is emptiness, and who appear in their individual aspects. As the objects of enjoyment of the six senses, they give rise to special uncontended. Om Madama Om Madama Om Madama Om Madama Om Madama Om Madama Om Om Raga Sakta. In the space before me, on a lion throne, lotus and mundus, sits Cittamani Tara, who is inseparable. Above her are venerable Atisha, the other lineage lamas, and she is surrounded by the 21 Taras and so forth. The Yidams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, hearers, self-realizers, and oath-bound protectors. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You are in the nature of Vajra holder, the very root of the three rare and sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You are in the nature of Vajra holder, the very root of the three rare and sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You're in the nature of Vajra holder, the very root of the three rare and sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality. To the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality. To the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality. To the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community and in virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community and sending virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. A host of oceans of drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, and music, from an ocean of realms, composed of an ocean of offering substances of the conquerors, I offer with an ocean of faith to the conquerors and their retinues, who have oceans of qualities. Please accept it. Om Sarva Tata Gata Saparivana Argam Paticham Swaha. Om Sarva Tata Gata Saparivana Padyam Paticham Swaha. Om Sarva Tata Gata Saparivana Pute Paticham Swaha. Om Sarva Tata Gata Saparivana Dute Paticham Swaha. Om Sarva Tata Gata Saparivana Paticham Swaha. Om Sarva Tata Gata Saparivana Gyandam Paticham Swaha. Om Sarva Tata Gata Saparivana Gyandam Paticham Swaha. Om ta na 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 mani mana sa ta. I prostrate to all the victorious ones and the children. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of psychic existence and burn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Let us offer Buddha's field on larger ground, the mighty golden ground, Om Vajra Song. Outside it is encircled by a wall of iron mountains. At the center is Meru, king of mountains. The eastern continent, Vikaha, tall body land. The southern Jambudvipa, rose apple land. The western Godania, Catalyth land. The northern Koru. The eastern minor continents, Deha and Videha, the southern Kamada and upper Chamada, Chariland and western Chariland, the western Satan, Uttara Mantrian lands of the deceitful and the skilled in mantra, and the northern Kuru and Kaurava, in the east the precious elephant, in the south the precious housekeeper, in the west the precious horse, in the north the precious queen, in the southeast, the precious general. In the southwest, the precious wheel. In the northwest, the precious jewel. In the northeast, the great treasure vast. In the east, the sun. In the west, the moon. My own and others' body, speech, mind, wealth, and virtues are the three times as pure, precious mandala and the masses of Mantabandra offerings. I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the three precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, four continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chenvesi, Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Idam Guru Dana Mandala Gamniyatayami. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And we skip ahead to prayer for the desired goal. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and cousins bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother, who liberates from all misfortunes. Nevas and Dudens bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother, who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Dudens bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother, who liberates from all misfortunes. Arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, and music, which have unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators. Please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Maria Teresa Parimana Argam Pratincham Saha Om Maria Teresa Parimana Padyam Pratincham Saha Om Maria Teresa Parimana Pute Pratincham Saha Om Maria Teresa Parimana Dumbe Pratincham Saha Om Maria Teresa Parimana Alokyam Praninja Soha Om Maria Teresa Parimana Gentem Praninja Soha Om Maria Teresa Parimana Gentem Praninja Soha Maria Teresa Parimana Shapta Praninja Om Maria Teresa Parimana Om. To Ayatara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I clear all my negative actions accumulated since beginning of time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of psychic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. We'll do this one in Tibetan. Namo Vajyo Vajrabumiya Om Wangchen Segi Sanji Om Vajravetya Om Sitam Swami Yamarina Shalom no Shantaminam Bodam Nayam Dam Nayam Zen Yonam Don Don Jamin Yan Jamin Gita Shadu Rimpoche Lokita Rimpoche Noto Rimpoche Jando Summo Rimpoche Shalom Mambo Rimpoche Lonopto Kola Rimpoche Nom Jang Dom Nomo Rimpoche Jang Sha Do Che Chim Po Bum Ba Nang Ki Sha Do Ni Ma Nom To Da Wa Dagzhen Lung Yang Yi Sum Long Cho Do Sum Ge Sum Je Rin Chen Mandala Zang Po Kun Zang Cho Be Tok Che Pa Lo Yi Lang Ne Lama Yi Dam Hom Chok Sum La Mo Chung Je Wang Ki Je Na Da La Ji Ki Lam So So Da Ji Ong Li No Shambri Ram Ni yi. They hear the snowland teachings and transmigratory beings who extensively clarifies the path that unifies emptiness and compassion. To the lotus in the hand, Lord Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be fulfilled. Idam Gururana Talakam Niryatayami. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge granting gesture that liberates from all fears. And we'll do this 2 times, the phrases in English. Om, I prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage, Dara heroic, as a lightning instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the lotus, Devon lotus. Homage, you face combines 100 ultimate bliss. Blazing will I resist resplendent as a 1,000-star collection. Homage, golden blue on lotus, water born in hand drawn, giving effort, calm austerities, patience, meditation, passion, homage, crown of the transactions, triumph without limit. Relied on by conquerors children, having reached every perfection, filling with totality. Whom desire direction and space, traveling with the Venus 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage, worship by the all Lord, Chakra, Agni, Brahma, Lord, honored by the host of spirits. Purchasers, Gandhavas, Yakshas, homage with earthquake and faith sound, destroying false magic diagrams, her feet pressing left or right, and blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage to a very dreadful destroyer of Mama's champions. She with crowning lotuses, true slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, Ardha with angel mudra. Live and masses all excited, all directions will adorn her. Homage, she's so joyous, fragrant, crown emitting garlands of light. Mother laughing with your goddess, subjugating on a Sabbath. Homage, ye able to summon, the guardians assembly. Shaking, crowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage, crown adorned with crescent. Moon alone, most shining. Amitabha in her hand, sending out much light eternal. Homage, she myth breathe the blaze like eon ending fire abiding. Righteous love and just surrounds you. Troops of enemies destroying. Homage, she who strikes the ground with her command when the beats it, scowling with the let go home. The 7th level she does conquer. Homage, happy, virtuous, peaceful. She who feels this peace from honor. She endowed with Amata, destroyer of every evil. Homage, she with joy surrounded, tearing those bodies asunder. Praise with woman, knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to her with seed letter, of the shape of syllable home. Buffer stamping shakes the 3 worlds, Meru Mandara in being, yeah. Homage holding in her hand the Hematuna Dembale form, which was spoken Dara and bid to the leaders spoiling poison. Homage ye whom gods and their kings and their kin are us to honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and complex. Homage used to eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, which by Sada and Tuttare. She dispels severe contagion. Homage full liberating. Powered by the set of 3 natures, destroys the spirits, yakshas, and resculpts the supreme Buddha. These phrases with the mantras and prostrations of start 21. And then we go back and recite it a second time. And we'll just go a little faster and a little faster as we do these. I prostrate to the noble, transcendent liberator. Homage, Dharma, swift, heroic, as I lightning instantaneous. From opening sands of the Lord, Devotibon Lotus. Homage, Jesus combines harder and awful ones that fullest. Blinking will I rise resplendent, that 1,000 dark collection. Homage, golden blue and lotus, one in the dawn, giving effort from austerity, patience, meditation, posture. Homage, Dana, da 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 da, that is triumph without limit, with light on by Congress children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with authority, moving side direction downstairs, trembling with the beat of 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage with the body on Lord, Chakra Brahma Mamu, honored by the host of spirit, protect the son of us yakshas. Homage with her jade and headstone, destroying first magic diagrams, earthy pressing left our rising. Blazing in a raging fire blaze, homage to a very dreadful destroyer of Marvel's champion. She would crown in lotus visage to a slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, burden her with regional mudra. Like her masses all excited, all directions will adorn her. Homage she's so joyous, radiant, crowning knitting garlands of light. Muscle laughing, little daughters, subjugating modest devas. Homage she able to summon all her guardians assembly, shaking, crowning with her whole side, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon alone amongst most shining. Amitabha in our hand, sending a much light eternal. Homage to Mithri the blessed, he unending carbiting, pressure lambents around you. Troops of enemies destroying, homage she who strikes the ground with her palm and with a good beats, scowling with a light home. The 7th level she does conquer. Homage happy virtues peaceful, she who still this creature home. She endow with omens fall, destroyer the great evil. Homage she will put surrounded, tearing foes bodies asunder. Praise with whom and knowledge mantra, arrangement of nuts and letters. Homage your witty letter, of the shape of syllable home. By her sentence she's the 3 world, Meru Mandara Vidya. Homage holding in her hand the hem of Luna Devale form, which was spoken Tara and they to the dispelling poison. Homage to whom gods and their kings and the kingdoms of water, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels our dreams and conflict. Homage to us bright with radiance of sun and full moon, which by Tara to Jade. She dispels every contagion, omit full of liberating, power of the very nature, destroys the spirits, yakshas, and restores the supernatural. It praises with every mantras and pulsations. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and declare away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and declare away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. And we skip ahead to the second round. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. To the Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, and this offering of drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, and music, which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with a mind understanding the offering to be the inseparability of appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness in the nature of great bliss. Om Maya Tare Sapari Mana Orgam Pranindram Saha. Om Maya Tare Sapari Mana Vadyam Pranindram Saha. Om Maya Tare Sapari Mana Pulbam Pranindram Saha. Om Maria Dane Lamani Vara Dube Pranindram Saha. Om Maria Dane Lamani Loke Manindam Saha. Om Maradani Zambani Again Dam Saha. Om Maradani Mani Madan Nundam Ranindam Saha. Om Maradani Marasam Maradani Mani Mana Om. To Ayatara's holy feet, I prostrate. I present clouds at very top of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my neglections accumulated to the beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. I'll do this version in English again. Let us offer Buddha revealed on Vajra ground, mighty golden ground, Vajra fence. Outside it is encircled by a wall of iron mountains. At the center is Meru, king of mountains. The eastern continent, Videha, tall body land. The southern Jambudvipa, rose apple land. The western Godania, cattle gift land. The northern Kurus. The eastern minor continents, Deha and Videha. The southern Chamara and Upper Chamara, Chauri land. And western Brahmachari land, the western Saka and Uttara Mandarin lands of the deceitful and the skilled in Mantra, and the northern Kudu and Kaudama. In the east, the precious elephant, in the south, the precious housekeeper, in the west, the precious horse, in the north, the precious queen, in the southeast, the precious general, in the southwest, the precious wheel, in the northwest, the precious jewel, in the northeast, the great treasure vase, in the east, the sun, in the west, the moon, my own and others' body, speech, and mind, wealth, and virtues of the three times, this pure, precious mandala and a massive amount of other offerings, I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the three precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, four continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. O holy and perfect pure Lama, from the clouds of compassion that form in the skies of your Dharmakaya wisdom, please release a rain of vast and profound Dharma, precisely in accordance with the needs of those to be trained. Idam Guru Rana Mandala Samniryatayami. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge granting gesture that liberates from all fears. And I will do this 3 times.
Want to do one long one, then do the short.
And the 2 short versions. Okay. Yeah. I prostrate to noble, transcendent liberator. Homage, Dara, switch heroic. Eyes are lightning instantaneous. From loathing statements of the Lord of three virtues on lotus. Homage, he whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with light, resplendent as 1,000-star collection. Homage, golden blue one lotus, water born in hand adorned, giving after calm austerities, patience, meditation, passion. Homage, Jana, Dana, Gata, that can triumph without limit. Relied on my conqueror's children, having reached every perfection. Homage, filling with no thought. Under thy direction dances, trampling with the 7 worlds, able to do for all beings. Homage, worship by the Lord, Chakra, Agni, Brahma, Maru, honored by the host of spirits. Portraits and captures, homage with her redemptive sounds, destroying post-magic diagrams. Her feet pressing left out riding, blazing in a raging fireplace. Homage to her very dreadful destroyer of my rest champion. She was frowning lotus visage, you a slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, adorn her with your jewel mudra. Live and masses all excited, all directions will adorn her. Homage, she's so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with the daughters, subjugating modest devas. Homage, she able to summon the guardians assembly, shaking, crowning with all sight, saving from every misfortune. Homage, crown adorned with crescent. Moon alone, the moon's most shining. Amitabha in our hand, sending out my light eternal. Homage, she met with the blade white, he unending carbide. Right hand lambent surrounds you, truth of enemies destroyed. Homage, she who strikes her crown, her common mother of peace, scowling with the light of The seven levels he does conquer. Homage, happy, virgins, peaceful. She who sealed this peace from Lana. She endowed all men's path. Destroyer and the great evil. Homage, we would just surround it. Tearing close bodies asunder. Praise with home and all its mantra. Arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to it with seed letter of the shape of syllable. Bible stamping fix the three worlds. Metal mandara in Vidya. Homage holding in the hand. The hammer kuna never lay form. Which was spoken Dara in bed. Totally despoiling poison. Homage to gods and their kings. And the kingdom was one. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage used to eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon. With Swatara and Totade, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, powered by the surge of three natures, destroys also spirits, yakshas, and makes closest supreme sorted. These phrases with the real mantras and prostrations thus are 21. So instead of doing the long version, we are going to skip ahead. And the short version can be found in the third round of praises in the PDF and the booklet. That is let's see. That is page, if anyone finds it. It's the one on my frustration to liberating like it's all. Oh yeah. Okay. It is on page 43 in the white printout. And I don't know in the silver booklet if someone has it. Which should be 43 in the printout.
43.
Just sorry, in my version it's 43. It's the third round.
Yep.
Yep. After the visualization.
After the visualization.
That's the visualization. And it's okay. We're just gonna do it short. So if you don't get it, just follow. Just sing with your heart. Om, I prostrate to the goddess foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Dharma, Saren, granting all benefits with Tude, to her with Swaha vow. Om, I prostrate to the goddess foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tara, Saren, with Tude, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Tude, to her wisdom Swaha vow. Okay, thank you. And now we're going to go back to the second round. And in my version, it's page 38, which I think some of you have. Patty, I think yours is also page 38. It's the request after the second round of prayers. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all negatory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all negatory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. And the third round. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. From the nature of the existence sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharma Kaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, music. I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Dambani Mana Argam Pradin Cham Om Maria Dade Zambani Mana Padyam Pradin Cham Om Maria Dade Zambani Mana Pundam Pradin Cham Om Maria Dade Zambani Mana Pundam Pradin Cham Om Maya Dhamma Zappane Mana Alokam Pratindam Soha Om Maya Dhamma Zappane Mana Yande Pratindam Soha Om Maya Dhamma Zappane Mana Yande Pratindam Soha Om Maya Dhamma Zappane Mana Samdam Pratindam Om Maya Clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of psychic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merit and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Namo Om Wang Chen Sen Gin Song Jim Om Chi Chagri Ko Yuge Ko Well So Ring Yam Body Ran Shalom Bala Ling No Bala Chandra Minyan Budang Loka Nayam Dam Nayam Den Yondan Jamin Yandan Jamin Yangida Jalo Rimpoche Lokinda Rimpoche Nam Dunda Rimpoche Jamno Summa Rimpoche Shalom Mambo Rimpoche Lo Num Dogola Rimpoche Nam Jang Nun Nambo Rimpoche Jang Chada Che Chembo Yampa Nang Ye Chadu Ni Ma Num Dun Da Wa Da Jen Lung Yang Yi Sum Long Jo Du Sum Ge Chok Je Rin Jen Mandala Sang Po Kun Sang Chun Be Song Je Ma Lo Yi Lang Ma Yi Yam Bon Jo Sum Ma Bo Du Je Wan Yi Jen Na No Sajiyambo Yan Bandi Sayendo Minde Andajima Please bless myself and others to accomplish all our purposes in accordance with the Dharma just as we wish, and to pacify immediately the groups of hindrances such as sicknesses, harm by spirits, and other obstacles. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Supreme Assembly, and my practice of giving and become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. From her exalted body, a stream of nectar flows and enters the crown as a beneficiary of myself, completely filling our bodies and granting all blessings. And then we're going to do the short version 7 times, so right underneath. Om I prostrate to the goddess foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara, Holy Tara, Savior Sharon, with Utare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, her with some swaha. Om I prostrate to the goddess foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara, Holy Tara, Savior Sharon, with Utare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, and bow on I prostrate to the goddess for destroyer, liberating Savior Saren, with Ture, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, with sounds and bow on my prostrate to the goddess for destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Amish Utare Severus Heron, with Utare dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with some swaha and bow. Om I prostrate to the goddess for destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Amish Utare Severus Heron, with Utare dispelling all fears, granting all benefits when ordered to her with sound so high now. All my prostrate to the goddess for destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tara, Serious Heron, with to daughter, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits when ordered to her with sound far down. All my prostrate to the goddess for destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tara, Savior's Heron, with to daughter, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Tore, her with sounds high. And then we skip the long praises since we did the short. So we skip ahead to the prayer of the benefits on the PDF. It's page 49. Just skip ahead to the praises to prayer of the benefits. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering it at dawn upon waking and in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitudes of converts will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, will one eventually reach the state of a Buddha. If affected by the most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just by remembering will one be thoroughly cleansed. If this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, it will pacify all the sufferings of torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poisons, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you will receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled and all obstacles pacified.
This one, reciting 2, 3, 7 times, and according to the benefit of what saying is to do that in the dawn, morning around 3 to 5 period. So also to conduct in one sitting. Then the dedication or the prayers that you do, it has to be same, whatever dedication that you do at the beginning, it has to be same thing for 3 rounds. So of course you sit down, then to generate motivation, best is altruistic motivation. Then after that, then you express the wish that you wish to express. Then after that, recite 2. Then make the same wish. Then recite 3. Then make the same wish. Recite 7. Make the same wish and dedicate in one sitting without interrupting with food, drinks, or conversations. So it says it can be very, very effective. And also the short 21 Tara praises that is composed by Lama Atisha. It is understood it carries the same benefit, similar benefit as the long 21 Tara praises. But then to do 3, 2, 3, 7, you have to do the long one, not the short one. You have to do the long version. Okay.
Thank you, Joshua. We will continue with offering the Dharma. Vajramrita Kundali Hana Hana Om Everything becomes emptiness while it is empty. From Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, from Ah a transcendental wisdom swelleth vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Mama, 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 mama. The gurus and hosts of deities of the Venerable Aryatara partake of the Dharma by drawing it up through the light straw of their Vajra tongues. Om Aryatara Manimanarinam Dadagahi Gahi Om Manimanarinam Malim Dadagahi Om Aryatara Manimanarinam Malim Dadagahi Om Aryatara Manimana Arnam Padyam Bhove Dube Along and then there's some running down. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at Yoda's feet. I prostrate to liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortune. Venerable Arya and your retinue, please bless me with the affection of your non-referential compassion, so I may be able to fulfill all my wishes without obstacle. Let the teaching of the victorious ones in general, and the doctrine of Losang in particular, spread to the 10 directions. Let the Sangha who uphold the doctrine be harmonious, and may their enlightened activities increase. Please pacify conflicts, famine, and sickness in this country. Increase the Dharma and good fortune. Expand the power of Dharma rulers, and grant happiness to the central and border areas. Please protect us from temporary and ultimate fears, such as the 8 and 16 great fears, spirits, plagues, nightmares, and bad omens, as well as the sufferings of some souls in the unfortunate states and so forth. May life, prosperity, and merits increase. May all negative thoughts be pacified. Please grant your blessings that realizations of the three principles of the path and 2 stages may quickly be completed. From now until the essence of enlightenment, I have no other refuge than you. Bless me and care for me as a mother does for her only child. Om Dhamma Sapa Samaya Mano Balaya Dhamma Sapa Deno Bandinda Dino Namawa Uno Jaya Namawa Dupo Jaya Namawa Anulatum Namawa Sawatini Mekayata Sawar Karna Sitame Sitante Ampura Aha Manawan Sawadada Gada Vama Mame Munsa Pama Baba Maha Samaya Tapa Ahum Te. With all my actions performed here, with whatever I could not find or was not able to do, please be patient. Please also be patient with the rituals I've performed incorrectly or with omissions. For the benefit of migratory beings, please abide in this image, granting wealth, highest goodness, and long life free from sickness. Om Supratisha Vajraye Swaha. And then the dedication prayer. Okay, we'll do it in Tibetan and then in English. Yawandin Johon Yone Through the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Arya Tara and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. Like a wish-fulfilling true and a fortune-jeweled vase, you are the wish-fulfilling treasure, granting all desires and fulfilling all hopes. O conquerors, Mother Tara, and all conquerors with your children, take care of me and grant the auspicious signs of increasing virtue.
Complete. Thank you, rejoice. Now give for your great effort. Come, please. Yes, yes. All the Zoom, goodbye. Okay. Visualize. You take directly from Tara, okay?
And then, Patty, if you could leave the Zoom up because I might have missed questions. I just want to make sure I don't miss them. But
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Jennifer. Leave the Zoom up?
yeah, I just want to make sure I
sure.
didn't miss any questions instead
Sure.
of quitting it. And of course, everyone on Zoom, thank you so much for coming and participating. Thank you.